My people, we need to go to Garden House. Madam Speaker, I rise today not merely to defend the rules of this honorable house, but to defend the very dignity of Jamaican public life. In recent days, the public has been subjected to a deeply disappointing display from the member for St. James Southern, Nikisha Burchell. As a communication strategist for her party, one would expect a baseline of professional conduct, substance, and respect for our institutions. Instead, what we are witnessing is a desperate slide into the absolute dregs of public relations theater. Rather than focusing on the urgent needs of the Jamaican people, the member has chosen to use media platforms to launch personal, petulant snipes against the Speaker of this House, the Most Honorable Juliet Holness. Unable to command the attention through solid policy, she is attempting to keep herself in the headlines by trafficking in gossip, petty grievances, and baseless personal distractions. Madam Speaker, this is taking our national political discourse straight to the dustbin, and it must be firmly rejected. The psychology of projection, Madam Speaker. If we look closely at this behavior, we see a textbook display of deeply flawed psychological mindset. Psychoanalysis teaches us that individuals who are fundamentally dissatisfied with themselves, those who lack internal adequacy and real personal security, will always seek to project their own internal deficits onto others. When a person feels inadequate inside, they look at those who possess genuine substance, authority, and elegance, and they feel a deep burning resentment. They cannot build themselves up through real merit, so their only survival mechanism is to try and tear others down. They use superficial self-augmentation as a psychological armor to mask what is hollow on the inside. This is exactly what we are witnessing. The member is projecting her own deep-seated professional and personal insecurities onto the Speaker of this House. Because she lacks the internal substance to command respect on her own merits, she tries to drag down a strong, dignified woman who handles her constitutional duties with absolute poise. It is a sad attempt to fill an internal void with public attention. But public vanity can never fix a lack of internal maturity. Augmenting your body does not fill the void of ugliness that one has inside. You can increase the size of your posterior, but the shallowness and the bitterness is still left bare. Let us peel back the layers of this sudden media campaign. The member opposite is carrying a heavy public grievance simply because she was held accountable to the rules of this House. During her recent sectoral presentation, she attempted to bypass the long-established standing orders of Parliament regarding language conventions. When you, Madam Speaker, quite properly enforce the rules, as is your constitutional duty, the member did not show the maturity expected of an elected representative. Instead of adjusting with grace, she has gone on an external media tour to complain about controlling tendencies, attempting to reduce the serious administration of the Jamaican legislature into a personal household dispute. When a leader accuses, especially when a female leader accuses another female leader of being controlling because she exhibits firm leadership, it undermines the respect that all female leaders deserve. Let us be completely clear. Parliament is not a social media comment section. It is not a school playground. And it is certainly not a stage for performative defiance. The standing orders exist to maintain decorum and order for every member, regardless of party. If an elected official cannot respect the very rules governing the room they sit in, how can the public trust them to create or respect the laws of the land? Madam Speaker, true leadership is defined by the substance of what you bring to the table for your constituents. It is not defined by how well you can manufacture controversy to keep your name trending on digital platforms. When a politician relies on personal attacks against the speaker and resorts to fueling absurd, baseless rumors about the Prime Minister's personal life, it is a glaring admission of intellectual bankruptcy. It means they have no viable answers for Jamaica's secondary roads. It means they don't have any alternative strategy for economic development, job creation, or climate resilience. When you have no policy, you create a spectacle. When you have no substance, you rely entirely on image and personal deflection to remain relevant. The Jamaican electorate is far too intelligent to be bought over by cheap public relations tricks and sensationalized soundbites. They want performance in the community, not performances on a podcast. Jamaica is facing a serious global and local reality. We are rebuilding from climate shocks, steering an economy through global inflation, and fortifying our infrastructure. This critical work requires serious, focused, and mature legislators who understand that public service is about the people, not personal vanity. We must draw a hard line against the trivialization of our democracy. We will not allow the highest chambers of government to be dragged down into a circus of petty grievances, manufactured drama, and attention-seeking gimmicks. Let the member opposite leave the theater behind and come to the table with actual solutions for the people of South St. James. The ship of state is moving forward with a disciplined order and solid institutional foundations under Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And we must not allow reckless distractions to derail the progress of this nation. I thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and follow. What good Jamaica. I see you soon.